Marriott International, as you know, a while back was deciding where they want their headquarters to be. We had done some work with Montgomery County economic development community to help them obviously pitch and talk about why Montgomery County is a great spot. There's a lot of millennial growth, there's great transportation options, there's a lot of new stuff happening. And those conversations had been had, but there was still some uncertainty in Marriott's decision. So we worked on telling the story through data, visually through what we call a story map, or we might call a data story, and telling that story so that Marriott got very engaged and understood, not just, oh yeah, there are a lot of millennials, but here's where they are. Here would be our access to those if we located in one of a couple of communities. And through the process of evaluating sites, we were able to look at, what are the incomes, what are the transportation options, what kind of employment, what kind of amenities are nearby, and do that in a way that was just, again, very collaborative and very insightful, beyond just what words can give you.
I represented a sleep center, regional sleep center, and they were looking at a new market. We needed to identify exactly where the best location would be. So one of the ways that we got creative was to do a study of and analyze the prescription drug use. So what areas did it show a high usage of sleep medication? We got together with Matt, looked at the region, looked at the area. It also involved being close to military bases and some other things like that. And we were able to really tell a story about, okay, this you may want to be close to here. In fact, what came out of it was we ended up looking totally not even near where they had originally thought they wanted to be. Simply because once we got the data and we looked at it, it was clear that that wasn't going to be the high growth area that they thought it was. Interestingly enough, we then did a search of real estate, and unfortunately, there were no, the real estate didn't pair up with that information. So it just helped us again really have to drill down deeper and kind of shuffle the deck a little bit more and figure out, okay, well, where is the best location then? So it really helps us. It helps the tenant just make better decisions. So they're not just shooting, taking a dart and throwing it at a dartboard.
So that was a very common pattern, which is we know where we are currently, we want to expand, and then you want to decide, well, what needs to be true in a place where we would expand, and what are the criteria that would make that successful? So we can learn from the existing location and say, within a 10-minute drive time, here's what's true about the market. One of the things, in that case, whether we learned it through that or just intuited, hey, let's look at where people are using sleep aid medication. And we can map the market at its very detailed, much smaller than a zip code. It's a census block group, and show where there's higher or lower values of spending on things. In this case, it was sleep aids. And you light up these pockets of the market, and then you say, well, what if we go there? What does that 10-minute drive time look like? And so you learn from existing sites, and then you apply that science into new areas, and it gives you, again, just kind of a clarity in the data. It's like these lenses coming down over your eyes, getting clear about, okay, here's where we want to be.
But it is fun to have this data and sit down with your client and have them scratch their heads and say, wow, this is completely different direction than we thought we were going in.
Yeah, sometimes what we do is confirming a gut. And when you're making a multi-million-dollar decision, it's worth spending the time to confirm your gut. Often in that process, there's new insights that come up, as you said, that are, hey, I didn't realize we should look over there. There's an opportunity to outposition the competition or get ahead of some development because we know there will be development in a new area or new transportation access, things like that.
I've been involved for several years in different capacities. I started as an ambassador, which was basically to help member companies that were members and to help them be acquainted with the Tech Council and all the different things that at the time Chesapeake Regional Tech Council offered. I was also a champion, which was bringing on new members and what have you. More recently, I've been on the board, which has been very gratifying and fun, especially with the merger of TCM and CRTC for the Maryland Tech Council. And obviously, Tammy is very dynamic, and doing anything with Tammy has been a bit of a whirlwind, but it's been fun. It's just great to help to see these companies, to see Maryland really position ourselves as the tech hub of the East Coast, and I think that that's just been exciting. It's been great just to be exposed to all the different companies that are out there, whether entrepreneurial or established. It adds a little bit of, I guess, excitement to my career. You know, my being in real estate, it just adds another dimension.